Hello, thank you so much for joining. Most of you are probably watching this in a recording, so I want to just give you a quick notice on how you can submit any questions you have for Orange Technical College. During this recording, during the presentation, you can still submit questions during the times of the presentation. If you're on a computer, it's going to be on the side box. It will say questions. Go ahead and click there. If you are on a tablet or a medium-sized screen, it will be on the top of your screen. It will be a circle with a question mark. Click on that. It will open up a box. You can type in any questions there. And finally, if you're on a cell phone or any small size screen, it will be on the bottom of your screen. It should just be a little rectangle. Click on that and you should be able to type that question in. And that will make sure to get you at least connected or send you the link that will get you the information you need. But thank you so much for joining. With that said, I'm going to pass it off to Parker.
All right, excellent. Thank you so much for the introduction. Hopefully, we'll have my screen shared here and we'll have a chance to get into this presentation. But my name is Parker Antoine. I'm the Senior Administrator for Marketing at Orange Technical College and all of OCPS Career and Technical Education. Just to let you guys know, OCPS Career and Technical Education has about 40 to 50,000 students just in Orange County Public Schools alone. Specifically today, I want to talk to you about Orange Technical College, which is the post-secondary side of the technical training offered at OCPS. Very affordable programs, short-term career certificate programs. We don't do degrees. We're focused on certificates, apprenticeship programs, really workforce-based training programs. So we have a whole lot to offer, a lot to cover today. Like I said, my name is Parker Antoine. I'm gonna go ahead and jump into our website because I think this will give you the best idea of where to go if you want to go a little deeper into some of these topics. But I am going to kind of cover an overview of what's offered and the opportunities that exist to you upon graduation or maybe even right now, depending on how old you are as you go through this session. So let's just go ahead and jump right in. Just so you guys know, like I said, Orange Technical College is a part of Orange County Public Schools, which I think is a pretty cool connection, something you can continue now and pursue later in a way that's connected. Let's talk about some of the reasons why students choose Orange Technical College specifically. So some of the things we talked about so far is really the quality of the education at Orange Technical College. So being a part of OCPS, you can know that when you come to an Orange Technical College program, you're a part of the district, you're part of one of the biggest districts in the country. We have the resources and the credentials to make sure students get on track. We are a nonprofit public institution in that sense, and I think it's important as you go through your journey to think about, do you want to go to a state college, a technical college, a private college? Any of these options can be good, but we are on the nonprofit public side. When we say our staff is a benefit to students, what we're talking about is that all of our instructors are credentialed faculty who actually have to be credentialed in their field of study to be able to teach in that program. And one of the benefits about our programs is these classes look a little differently, and you'll be able to see that if you go through any of our marketing or social media materials. Our classes are set up to look more like a workplace environment, not like a traditional school environment. And that's because a lot of the students that come to Orange Technical College, they get the opportunity to work in their field with their hands, like from day one, so almost stepping onto the floor of what they're going to be doing from day one, as opposed to taking all your academic courses again and then starting your interest in a traditional school. So we like to say that we have dedicated faculty in environments that look a lot like where you'll go work, so you can be very prepared. The flexibility is important. Like I said, we have 5 campuses throughout Central Florida. I'll show you where those are in a second on our post-secondary side. But we have classes that are offered in the afternoons or in the evenings. A lot of these courses you can progress at even though they are lockstep. Our teachers like to work with students to make sure no one's getting left behind. Our classes are a little bit smaller even than some large university setting. So it's sort of a community feel at our campuses, but really driven by industry. And that flexibility comes from some of the tools and equipment comes from industry, so we can make them fit in our classrooms the way they need to. Time is very important. I wanted to stress here. Most of our programs at OTC, they take anywhere from maybe a couple months to about a year and a half to complete it the most. And some of our other courses actually only take a matter of weeks, and we'll talk about that just briefly. But bottom line is a lot of students come to Orange Technical College because in a year or less, they want to get their professional certification, get connected to an employer, and get to work. And we think that that's an advantage for some students if they are going, not a traditional university route. The accreditation component is very important. Like I said, we're part of Orange County Public Schools, but we're also a fully accredited institution, right? And that's a big deal. You have to understand the quality of the education you're getting and where that education can be transferred, whether you're still in school or after you get done with school, right? Is your school accredited, and are they up to date with that? It's very important. And then probably no more important thing, which a lot of you will realize in time, if not already, is that cost is important too, right? We're able to offer our career certificate programs, as we call them, for about $2.92 a clock hour. And what that really means is the majority of our programs can be completed for $5,000 or less, which can be covered by a Pell Grant in a lot of cases for students, which is a grant offered by the federal government for education training. So we like to say that we are an affordable option for high wage and high skilled jobs, and that you're probably not going to find a better value than Orange Technical College if you're looking for a post-secondary institution and a career that you can get into. So we mentioned the campuses. I just wanted to briefly cover what those campuses are. Hopefully you've heard of them by now, depending on which high school campus you're on. But we do have a connection through dual enrollment. So a lot of students at OCPS high schools are already taking programs at these campuses in various fields, where they're spending half of their day in high school, the other half at an OTC campus, traditionally during their junior and senior years, because it does take up a significant chunk of your scheduling time. But that allows students sometimes to get a career certificate and a high school diploma as they graduate high school, which gives you an incredible leg up to making money in the industry, even if you are going on to university or going straight to work. It's a great way to save money and get those certifications that would obviously cost a little bit after graduation. So what are our campuses? Well, we've recently undergone a small name change to some of our campuses, so you may not recognize these immediate names, but we have our Avalon campus, which is located obviously in Avalon Park in the east side of town. That campus has a combination of programs right now in medical and IT, and it's actually going to be transitioning to some more IT courses and some more modern programming in the future. We also have our South Campus, which was formerly our Mid-Florida campus. It's actually our largest campus, located on John Young and Oak Ridge Road. That campus is predominantly focused around transportation and logistics careers, advanced manufacturing, welding, automotive work, some of the building construction trades, a lot of the stuff to get your hands dirty, right? Building things, maintaining vehicles and equipment, facilities. These are actually great jobs, which we'll talk about shortly. Our main campus is formerly called the Orlando campus downtown. That's actually just the main campus of Orange Technical College now, right next to the district facilities in downtown Orlando. That is a medical focused facility where our very popular LPN program resides. But we have a lot of other great programs there that can get students to work with some of the biggest healthcare providers very quickly at an affordable cost. Our West Campus, formerly known as our West Side Campus, out in Winter Garden, Florida, which is also going to be relocating shortly across the street from the Ocoee High School campus, so it's still going to be on the west side of town. We specialize in apprenticeships out there, which is kind of a going to work and school at the same time type of model. We also focus on building construction trades like construction, HVAC, electricity, some of those well-paying jobs that it seems like are always available in town. You would get that training at the West Campus, as well as our cosmetology and human services programs, which are very popular. In our East Campus, which is actually formerly our Winter Park campus, which is really going to be diving into the IT careers, anything computer related, modeling and simulation training like virtual reality, cybersecurity, that's all coming. We're going to be doing that at our East Campus, which is soon to be moved a little further east from Winter Park. So if you're on the east side of town, you may want to consider a program at the East Campus in the coming weeks and months and even years. And it's also important to realize that even though you guys are in high school, we do offer adult general education at all of these sites for people who are looking to participate in ESOL training, which is English for speakers of other languages. So if you have any members of your family that are looking to get affordable, quick, adult education training, that's also what we do at OTC. So I think that's important to reiterate, as it could affect some families that are maybe on this call, and all those programs are extremely affordable as well. So let's talk about some of the programs, right? I'm sure you guys want to hear about that if you haven't heard some of them already. We have what we call career certificate programs, and you can find those on our programs page on our website. It's really the bread and butter of what we do at OTC, and the beautiful thing about these career certificate programs is they all lead to an in-demand career in Central Florida, or we wouldn't be able to offer them. So for, like I said, just a couple $1,000s, or in some cases totally covered for students through scholarships and financial aid and some of those mechanisms, you can essentially start to pursue a career and get into the field in any one of these areas. And I just wanted to briefly talk about some that are popular, and the opportunities that exist there. So I mentioned some of our building construction trades, right? Well, that's the architecture and construction field. You know, students are going to learn things like AutoCAD and drafting and blueprints. What does it take to get in the electricity industry and run wiring throughout buildings and single-family homes? Electronic systems, right? What are the systems that people use to run a whole building or to monitor different aspects of how organizations run? And I shouldn't have to explain to everybody on this call. You know, you can also learn air conditioning, and I'm going to tell you there's probably no better career in Central Florida or even Florida as a whole. If you're looking to make some money, want to work outside, maybe even start your own business. The HVAC training program is very popular at our West Campus. Arts AV, technology and communication. This is for students who want to work in the digital arts, right? This is creating 3D characters and animation pieces. This is making video games, digital audio programs, making videos and movies. All of those graphic design positions, the things that involve really software and design, can be learned at OTC in a short period of time, designed to get you certifications in those programs like Adobe, Dreamweaver, that kind of stuff, so you can leave our programs knowing you can get in the field with actual experience with these tools, not just basic education, but projects and things like that. Health science is probably our most popular career field, right? There's a big need for entry-level healthcare workers right now in our community, and when I say entry-level, you know, those are actually positions that could start at $30,000, $40,000 and set you on your way with places like Orlando Health or Advent Health here in Orlando. Everything from dental assisting to working as a unit coordinator on a hospital floor, hemodialysis technician, massage therapy, medical assisting, LPN, which is our practical nursing program, which I can't tell you how popular that is. And even things like PCA and patient care assisting. These are more positions designed to get you into the field with a great wage, with very little debt, and a great employer. I have to encourage anybody who wants to work around patients and helping people. Looking at career certificates in healthcare can be a great start instead of, you know, just going to college and trying to be a doctor right off the bat. Doesn't work out like that for everybody. So wanted to make those aware. Information technology is also big. That's a little bit more on the IT side of the web and digital arts, right? That's keeping up a website, that's maintaining servers. I can't tell you how in demand this field is right now. That's also offered at East Campus and a couple other locations. Hospitality and tourism is always going to be a big industry in Central Florida. You know, if you're looking to go work at the hotels or trying to figure out what it takes to work in a commercial kitchen, we have some of the best programs in Central Florida with really great partners at the hotels, and they come into our programs, they talk to our students, they give you hands-on experience. You can get an internship at Ritz-Carlton or at a Lowe's Hotels. I mean, Rosen, this is really exciting stuff, and it all starts at OTC and it all starts at OCPS, right? I wanted to hit just one time here on our manufacturing and distribution and logistics. I understand not a lot of students understand the type of career paths that exist in these fields, right? Because they're new, they're high tech. A lot of people don't realize that in an Amazon facility, there's robots and different supply chain features that are helping you get the packages to your door from a click of a button. The bottom line is there's a tremendous need for people who understand how those skills work, and they pay really well. So I understand, you know, a lot of students, they want to be, you may want to be an influencer, you may want to have a career in social media, you may want to do something in entertainment, but the bottom line is you may have a skill that could work really well with a technical need that's very needed in Central Florida right now. And at a very young age, you get connected to a career that can be wholesome, help people, but also have a technical ability that can bring confidence in your skill set and maybe even take you to becoming a global distribution manager one day. But it all starts with the understanding of what these programs are and how they can benefit you, right? And all of these programs, just with a click of a button on our programs page, you can learn a lot more about what goes into them, right? Mechatronics technology, you know, you may not understand what that is, but on our program here, you can get an idea of what the mission is, you know, what type of stuff are you going to learn, and what are the skills that you're going to learn in that program, the certifications you're going to get. how many hours would it take to complete that program, right? This is one of our longest programs. It takes about 1.5 years, which equates to about 1,500 hours. But these are legitimately short-term programs that can get you started in a career and quick. And like I said, we have some more information about the licenses if you wanted to know more about what goes into that field. All these programs have an easy request for information link that's going to push you to just a simple questionnaire. If you'd like to talk to a counselor at the tech colleges about what these programs are, or you can also speak to your career specialist at your high school who can talk to you more specifically about how to get involved now and what types of fields those programs can lead you into. One last thing I do want to say is our financial aid is available. You can see all the options we have here. All the ways you could use your financial aid at a traditional university or a state college can be applied to OTC and a technical college. And I think that's important to realize because those dollars can potentially take you a little bit further than maybe they could if you're going to a traditional college. So you're going to want to keep that in mind, and all those costs are labeled here on our website as well. I'm just going to pop back to the homepage and just make a couple references if there's anything you wanted to take a peek at. You can get started with an application now. We are starting to begin our enrollment for the fall term, which begins in August. But if you want to start getting a seat prepared in one of these adult programs, it's not too late to start that process. You can explore the careers that we just covered right here. Skills-based training is a newer initiative of ours, which you can explore if you'd like. We're working with industry partners to try to figure out programs that may only take a couple weeks to complete, but are designed to get you what we call a micro certification, or maybe one of the certifications or two of the ones you would get in a larger program. But it's a partnership with an organization, and sometimes it works better for people who want to get a taste of what's out there and don't have time to complete maybe a 6-month or a year-long program. Our educator course schedule is a tremendous resource to give you more details about all the programs we covered specifically, where they're offered, the careers it will lead you to, as well as just information about other things we offer throughout the district. And of course, we have a blog that's always keeping up with industry trends, program information, alumni features, and just trying to keep students aware of what's happening in technical education so you can start to get connected to some of the cool stuff that's going on and the growing trend of using high-wage, high-skill careers to make your education journey maybe a little different and specialized to you. So we do have a great resource here. Feel free to spend plenty of time. All of our social media can be connected directly through the website. Happy to talk with you, whether you want to send an application, chat with us on our virtual chat bot down here, which we can follow up with students on at any time. It's a 24/7 chat bot. And at this time, if it's okay, I'd like to open it up to any questions and see if I can provide any clarity and really just be a resource as best I can, if that's all right.
Absolutely. So we have a couple of classrooms on, so if you guys want to send in any questions, please feel free to do that. It should be on the side control panel under questions. Just type in there any questions you may have. While they're submitting questions, one of the most popular questions we always get is, what is probably the most popular certificate program currently at your school?
Well, that's an easy one. Our most popular certificate, our most popular program is LPN, Licensed Practical Nursing. That's offered as a dual enrollment program. It's also offered as an adult program. And the reason that's so popular is because it's a great field. A lot of students want to become an LPN, which can lead to becoming an RN, which is a registered nurse. And then some people go all the way to becoming a doctor through those steps. But a lot of students, they want to be a nurse. And this is one of the most popular programs. We actually have the #1 nursing program in the state of Florida, as determined by our local board. And that carries a lot of weight. That means the partnerships we have are successful. Clinical hours are in demand, to be honest with you. If LPN is something you're interested in, you'd have to get started with that application now because we have a certain availability of the type of real experience we can give you in hospitals. So very popular, and it's probably our most popular program. And honestly, all of our healthcare programs are probably our most popular cluster. And that's because of just what a great field it is and how needed it is in the community right now. So we're really proud of our healthcare programs. And actually, the teacher of the year this year for all of Orange County Public Schools is our practical nursing instructor, Nancy Welsh. So I'm sure you're seeing that in some of our video here. It's something we pride ourselves in, and I'm sure we can help if you're interested in a medical career.
And for our high school seniors who are interested, when is the due date for that application process?
Well, we're actually in the process right now of identifying high school seniors who are looking to get into an adult program at OTC. We call that, our seniors to OTC connection. We actually try to facilitate that through our career specialists. Just so you guys know, you should have counselors at your school, obviously, and even potentially college and career specialists. But you should have a career specialist at your school, at your high school, who works specifically for the technical college, connecting students to their interests now, and then enrollment and admissions at our technical college campuses. So um, if you are a student on this call, if you're a senior that's looking to get set up for the fall so you can get your plan in place, you can either speak with your career specialist at the high school, or you can frankly just visit any one of our OTC campuses in person and literally talk to a counselor about what it would take to get signed up for a program and start getting everything in order. So by the summertime, you already have your seats set and you're ready for the fall.
Awesome. That's currently all of our questions. If you want to just give it one more minute, go ahead and feel free to submit any questions that you have in the box. And if there's anybody watching a recording, please feel free to submit questions as well at this time. We'll get you connected with the right person. I want to thank you, Parker, so much for your time and for the information. Orange Technical College looks amazing and like a great opportunity. There's so many awesome programs. What do you feel like is the most exciting or the newest program you have that students should really consider that's in big need right now?
Well, that's a loaded question because I get to see so many interesting things in the classroom. But the truth of the matter is, I think our modeling and simulation programs are extremely exciting, mostly because I'm not sure that people realize that Orlando is actually the #1 market in the world for modeling, simulation, and training programs. And I don't know if people know this, but the military, healthcare, transportation, entertainment, they all use modeling and simulations software to create virtual environments to sort of train people, but also create sort of metaverse type worlds where students can really be immersed in a virtual world without even having to go there. I'm not even just talking about virtual reality or augmented reality, but building these worlds. The technology is becoming smaller and more applicable in classrooms, and the starting pay is tremendous for these fields. And I find a lot of students who they like video game design, they like technology, they like apps, but they don't even know that modeling and simulation is a logical career path to build this stuff for companies. So that's really what I'm most excited about, and probably the field that I'd be looking at if I was a student in high school right now, trying to get connected to something that's fun, but has a real world application that can, hopefully make some good money in the future.
Awesome. And the modeling simulation industry is really exciting. We have a ton of videos available on our stemCONNECT website if you're curious about kind of what that industry looks like and want to see some of the business side of it so that we can know what you're getting into. They're available as well. But thank you so much, Parker. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to submit them. We'll get them answered, and the recording will be up and available as soon as possible before the end of day today for sure. So thank you actually to all the classrooms who joined us in live time. That's so exciting. Thank you for being on with us. And thank you, Parker, for your presentation. I'm going to end the recording real quick.